usually hidden deep in the woods, not far from my house. And I say not far, I'm talking about 200 meters from the back of the house. Across that, what you can probably just see that the gold there's just that's the field behind us, full of Bohemian rapeseed, oilseed rape, and this was the Kingdom of Bohemia. I think I've said all this, but this basically here, on that hillside there that goes up quite steeply, just at that point, I didn't know this before, but I can see that there's obviously water coming out the hillside there, because above it there isn't anything. But here there's a little river that's coming out. You can see the flow of water there. It's not fast, obviously there's not much water coming out there, but that's obviously the top level of something that then flows down around. It flows on down there, and then it flows around the other end and becomes something down in the village of Letnitz. I knew it rose here somewhere, but I hadn't found it before. I've been here a year, but such is life. And it looks like really clean water, so it's straight out of the hillside, I would say, and obviously it's moving, so there's no stagnation here. A great watering hole for possible, conservation purposes, so I don't think I'll be bringing the dogs here that much, so as to not cause trouble with whatever uses this, will I? But basically, they don't chase that much. But then it goes down in that direction and joins what becomes the river Śląska Ochla, the Silesian Ochla, which then goes on for about 40 kilometers, winding its way across the Lubuski countryside, and joins the Odra River. So that looks like where it comes out. It must be there, in that clump there, over there, because there's nowhere it could be coming from higher up there. I've just walked around that from all corners, so that must be the place it comes out of the hillside. Be nice to try and get a bit closer, but I'm not sure I'll manage it. But certainly this is where you see the effect of, well, the beginning of a river, effectively. That's what that is. The very beginning of a river that lasts for 40 kilometers. And becomes a tributary of the Odra River, which eventually ends up in the Baltic. So from here, water coming out here, going to the Baltic. I don't know if that's a week's journey, 2 weeks, a month. Certainly it has a reasonable pace at times, but that's where this will end up. Yeah, this coming out here will end up in short order in the Baltic Sea. A low saline area where pike can also go out and multiply actually in the open sea, because it's low salinity, because the Odra feeds it around Szczecin area, partly with water coming out this hillside, which is part of the Letnitsa aquifer, no doubt, which made that lovely beer in the past. Well, I don't know if it's lovely or not. If it was that brilliant, then maybe one should ask oneself why they stopped doing it. But basically, it was in German times, it was used for beer because of the quality of the water. Don't tell me that is a skull. Don't tell me you found Yorick's skull out here. Co to jest? Co ty znalazłeś? Let's have a look and see what that was. Obviously they like bones to dogs. Better not be a human. What you got there? What's this? I find it better from the other side, and I'll be able to look at it better from the other side. Did you just find a skull? Ugh. Very soft underfoot around here. See, because of the water bogging going on. Where is that thing? Where did I leave it? There it is. There it is. That's it. Well, what is it? Got a stick. You get me a stick. How about that one? Oh, it's connected to a bunch of other sticks, and so is this. But that's the right size. That's the right stick, isn't it? So I'll poke about with it, see what it actually is. Oops. And maybe it's too short, my stick. Well, I would call that, I'd call that a part of a deer's skull with that tough stuff on top there. Because they've got to have tough heads because they crack heads together, don't they? And that'll be the place where the antlers come out. Presumably, I don't know. Not much space there for a brain. It's definitely bone, but it's strange, isn't it? Well, there we go. If anyone can make anything of that, it looks like a deer to me. I'd say it was a deer at the back of the skull, with not much space for a brain. But if you know, if you can tell me anything more about what that might be, then by all means let me know. I don't think it's human anyway. It could possibly be human skull. It doesn't look anything like it, but it's looking like a deer to me. That's what I think that is. Okay, interesting. There might be more bones of that. Oh, there's the jawbone. It's got quite a lot of... There's the jawbone with quite a lot of teeth in it. Oh, I know what it is. Of course it is. It's a ruddy pig, isn't it? Look, because it's got the tusks and everything. Ooh. There's the tusks. Yeah, it's unbelievable how many teeth there are in that. It's much more than in your usual hoofed animal, because a pig isn't a hoofed animal. But, well, it is in a sense it is a hoofed animal, isn't it? But not with a hoof in the sense of a horse, because it's got like a cloven thingy, hasn't it? And two nice big fangs at the front. If you're worried about what'll happen if you meet a pig, well, that's what will happen. You'll get contact with these items. There you go. And I didn't know that was going to happen when I turned the camera on. So I'm back to my old maxim of turn on the camera and something will happen.